Hey, how's it going? For the purpose of some of the videos I've been putting forward, I thought it would be good for me to do a video about the growth and the fixed mindset, just because I'm sure most of you have probably heard about it before, but it's useful for me to put it in there anyway, so that if somebody hasn't heard about it, they can flow with it. If you have already heard about it and you already understand it, feel free to skip to the next video in the series, but this is good foundational stuff. So when we talk about growth mindset and fixed mindset, what are they? Growth mindset is a situation where you believe that nothing is set in stone as it comes to your capacity and your ability. And you're not internalizing anything such as, I am unable to do this inherently. Like, basically, I have a character flaw such that I'm not able to ever succeed in a particular domain or in a particular field. I hope that sort of makes sense so far. I will give an example, so just to illustrate that. On the other hand, the fixed mindset would be a situation where you feel like you can never improve in something. You can never get better. And so that leads to people not trying. So let's take an example. They often say that when you're dealing with children, you should praise their effort and not necessarily their outcome or their result. So rather than saying, oh, you're such a smart boy, or you're such an intelligent girl, say, wow, I really like how hard you worked on that and you got great results, but even more important is the fact that you worked hard on it. What does that do? It encourages certain behaviors. So on the one hand, if you tell people that they're smart and intelligent, it's great and it can be encouraging only as far as they feel like they will be successful. When they feel like they won't be successful or they won't look smart or intelligent, it might lead them not to even try because they don't want to look bad, right? But for somebody who's praised for their effort, they will keep trying and they will keep getting better as a result of trying, and won't be too afraid of not looking smart in a particular situation, knowing fully well that even their effort counts and they will build towards it. It's why they say, there was this story about a task that was given to a class. So the class was divided into two, and they were told that, okay, one side of the class needed to submit the best looking pottery ever. So maybe a vase made of clay. And on the other hand, the other side of the class was told just to keep producing as many pots as possible, or as many vases as possible. By the end of the term, they then went to investigate the different vases that were made by the students, and they found that the vases that actually looked the best came from the group that were told to do multiple vases, as opposed to those who tried to get the vases perfect from the get-go. What does that tell you? It basically tells you that practice makes progress. Not perfect, progress. That's how I see it anyway. So yes, you may not start off great, but who starts off great when they start? You start from somewhere, you suck when you initially start, and then you keep building, you keep getting better. But if you expect to be perfect from the get-go, you're setting yourself up for failure inadvertently, because you're not giving yourself the chance to not be good at something so that you can keep learning why you're not good and improving on the things that you are not good at, such that you can get better and better. I'm sure most of us didn't come out of the womb already walking and running. No, you started off with just not being able to crawl at all, then maybe crawl. Some people skip crawling and go straight to standing and walking. Fair enough. But then to get to the point of running, you had to go through a process. You had to go through the process of standing and falling when you're trying to go forward, or crawling and not being able to move as fast as other people, but eventually getting there. That's the same idea. So with the growth mindset, the idea is for you to keep working on improving and keep believing that you can improve. And when it comes to the fixed mindset, which is what you should not embody, is a mentality that things can't change and you were born with a certain level of skill or a certain talent, and without that talent you can't succeed. Oftentimes they say that hard work actually can trump talent. Yes, talent can give you a head start, but it doesn't solve everything. Talent gives you a head start with a good base to start off and jump from. But somebody who is hardworking will eventually beat somebody who is just talented and doesn't work. So keep that in mind when it comes to thinking about yourself, thinking about your capabilities and the things that you're not great at. Yes, you're not great now, but there's a song that goes, sucking is the first step of being good at something like that. Basically, you will start off not being great at something first, and then you build up on that. So keep that in mind. Keep a growth mindset in your back pocket. Whenever you're faced with a situation, don't be defeatist. Don't take the victim mentality. Don't tell yourself I'll never be good at it. No, say I'm not great now, but I will improve. I will keep getting better. I hope that makes sense. And I hope that was a good introduction to the idea of growth versus fixed mindset. And I will catch you in the next video. In the meantime, check out the similar videos that are going to appear somewhere on your screen, just the videos in this series where we're looking at getting unstuck and imbuing you with the right mindsets that would help you on your journey to building the skill sets that would help you be successful. All right, I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. Bye.